Friends, Romans, and Patriots, lend me your ears and strap on your tinfoil hats because it's time for the Gay Frog Chat. Gay Frog Chat is a weekly panel discussion where we go into a different conspiracy. This week, I've just got a bunch of Twitter stories pulled up and some stuff from Davos and, I don't know, fucking lions and tigers and dogs, oh my. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I hope you guys are doing good out there, though. This is E. Honda, and hey, we've got a fart ninja with us tonight. Silent but deadly killer, that ninja.
I'm fucking here.
Duke, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. I'm the representative from the Coast Guard Auxiliary Unit here, Special Forces Space Shuttle Door Gunner. So, yes, sir.
Yep. In Furnace, you're playing with something. I hear it. What is that? A Glock clone? That's a dagger.
It's a Glock 19 MOS Gen 5. I just added some +5 bases to some of the mags.
Nice. I finally got my dagger on order. I don't have the slide yet on order, just because I don't know. Money's a bitch, but whatever. It's fine. I'm looking forward to it. Leo, what's up, man? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I said I put a 43 in jail today. A 43X. Be my new carry again. There's a single stack.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Basically the 365 XL.
Yes, sir. Leo, how's everything in Chi-Town? Shafghanistan. Chirac. He's fucking. Someone shot him. Ohio. How's it going, man?
Oh, things could be better.
Understood. Sorry, man.
Yeah, Mom died Wednesday morning, so.
Well,
just been planning the funeral and everything this week, and got the calling hours this coming Thursday. So.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know what to say.
Where are you at in Ohio?
Just outside of Canton. Stark County area.
Hang in there, homie. I'm sorry. Moms are cool.
Yeah. That's the worst part of it, for sure, is right after.
I am going to make an announcement, though, obviously, as I change my profile here. I am seriously considering moving to Texas now and expanding the network.
As you should. I think Texas is where we're all going to end up if things are going the way that I think they're going. It's going to be the federal I mean, have you seen what's going on at the border? The Border Patrol backed down, and the fucking Texas whatever National Guard did not, by order of the governor. So
yes, spicy. And
weren't they supposed to be like arrested or charged or something and have like a year and a half in prison apiece?
Well, it was up to 3 years each, and up to a $5,000 fine. And then none of that happened.
None of it's happened yet. I mean, it's like there were certain things that happened on the way up to, like, leading up to the Civil War that were kind of like, oh, we're just posturing and no one actually got shot, but we're defying your orders. Or I don't have the examples on top of my head, but it was like very, very similar to what's going on right now. Oh shit! MSB for the win, dropped in 10. Thanks, man. Been trying to get a G19 Gen 5 MOS for 6 months. None getting to my local shop. What? Honda has a dagger on order? Well, this will help a little. Yeah, I bought the lower. The lower's on the way. I got to go through. This will be the first time I bought a gun since October, when they changed the laws in Colorado and made it a fucking 3-day waiting period or whatever. So that'll be fun. I don't know how. I mean, I'm sure that's how it works, right? You just have to wait 3 more days, but whatever. I haven't gone through it yet, so
ours is now 10.
Jesus, dude. That's a bitch, man. Like, how do fucking gun shows work when you have a 10-day waiting period? Like, oh, here's your AK, sir, or whatever you're buying. Hopefully my gun shop's near your house, because now you have to... You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of the point of the fucking gun show is you can buy guns from shops that aren't near you that have stuff that the shops near you don't have at prices that are lower, hopefully, you know?
Yeah.
They gotta close those gun show loopholes.
Well, I mean, does Washington? You're in Oregon or Washington? You're in Washington. Does
I'm in
Washington have wait, what?
I'm in Washington.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Do you guys have universal background checks?
What does that even mean?
That means you can't do a person-to-person sale without going to an FFL and getting them to run a background check.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just creating
that got
Hitler
passed
rosters.
5 years ago.
Yeah, and that kind of ruins not gun broker, but what's the other one that
Arms list.
There you go.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
NorthwestFirearms.com and Arms List still do well here. You just got to go through an FFO. You can't make as much money. You got to throw that fee in there somewhere.
Right, and then 10-day waiting period and like.
Yeah, that's new. That's just happened on the 1st of this year. It used to be 1 day, or it was same day. If you had a concealed weapon permit, you got to take it home that day. If you didn't, then it was a 5-day wait.
Dude, I've been appalled when I had to wait more than like an hour. You know, like usually like the fucking wait time for the background check is about 30 minutes, and you know if it's really busy, it takes like an hour. And then during COVID, it was taking like a whole day. You know, like it was like they were doing a 1-day waiting period just because that's how long it was taking. And I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" You know.
Man, if it takes me longer than the time it takes to fill out the paperwork and pull out my money, I get impatient as shit.
Well, you're the least patient man that I know. Let's be honest.
During Oregon's 114, some of them were taking 6 months to pass because the queue was so backed up. Because they passed a law a handful of years ago where the police have to run a local mental health check plus criminal check, then they run it through Fix or Nix or whatever.
See, in Colorado, they do. It's the Colorado Bureau of Investigations, the CBI, that does it, and they
there.
They supposedly do a more extensive background check than does the Nix check or whatever, but I don't fucking know. Never worked for the CBI. So
they had an AI that would instant approve you sometimes. So some people would get instant, some people didn't.
Say the line. Say the line. This is the most important election in history. They say that every time now. Every time there's an election. And there could be like the little Homer Simpson below it saying, this is the most important of your life. This is the most important election of your life so far.
Yeah.
Bro, apparently, so there's a satanic preschool sex abuse trial going on with this lady that looks like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yo, what?
In California. So there's a preschool in California where there was like some sort of sex satanic cult ran through a preschool where they were taking kids into tunnels and like selling them for fucking things and stuff. And the person, it's called the Doubtfire conspiracy because she looks like Mrs. Doubtfire. Like the lady who ran it is like fucking Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't know. I guess this isn't new. This is something that happened a while back. But still, dude, I mean, there was like stories about this shit from back in the day where there's some preschool in Washington, D.C. that had tunnels that went to a pizza place and some other stuff. And it was revealed in the John Podesta emails. And then some guy from an Alex Jones chat showed up to a Comet Pizza place with an AR-15 and the whole thing got shut down. And no one's talked about Pizzagate since then. But everyone forgets. It didn't come from Alex Jones. It didn't come from QAnon. It came from John Podesta's fucking emails.
Have you read those emails?
Yeah, dude, there's some funky shit. There's some, like, whatever they're talking about, it's code for not what they're talking about. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
I've read the emails. They're real creepy. Like, 100% creep.
I just like young hot dogs.
The order of cheese pizzas. A lot of them.
Did you guys know that John Podesta was in New Zealand the days leading up to Christchurch? And actually visited one of the mosques?
No. All right, watch this. This is fucking hilarious. So, husband hears wife's voice for the first time.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Can you hear the sound of your own voice? Yeah.
Nothing makes me so much. I'm so excited. Thanksgiving's like 2 days, and I can call you on your cell phone now, baby, and you start to make diamonds.
Whoa, are you okay? Is that too loud? No, not too loud. The voice is annoying. You don't hear that?
Yo.
You know what, you guys smiling? Because he's not be dead, but he can't hear his wife's voice. That's me, baby, off. This is a celebration. Trust me, from one married man to another, you'll get used to it.
You get used to it.
Oh, that was great. Oh shit, HBO Matt dropped in 5, says, gonna file the Livingston lawsuit next week. Got second round of charges where they added felony assault on a police officer. Squashed again, so we're good. Was that the one where you were walking around with your gun with a a silencer attached and they freaked the fuck out and called the police and did all the things? I don't remember. It's been a minute, man. I hope you're doing good. Otherwise, HBO. Women voting to legalize murder of their babies so they can have a career is no different than child sacrifice to a sun god so there can be a good harvest. I don't really see much difference, to be honest.
Well, the good harvest thing actually worked. So there's the difference. Yeah.
Oh yeah, here's them at Davos talking about how the number one thing is to rebuild trust, and how that no one trusts them because they're a bunch of lying, self-important fucking elitists who think that they should own the world. We're talking about putting chips in people's brains so that they can tell what they're thinking in real time because it's the last domain of privacy that they have yet to breach. Like, things are getting crazy, bro. And Davos is where it's happening. The World Economic Forum, the WEF. They were behind what was that? The name of that Project 29 or whatever the fuck it was. That's not the right number. Where they basically spelled out what was going to happen with COVID before COVID happened. You remember that? What was that? The name of that shit? It was Project something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it though.
But yeah, that was the World Economic Forum. That was Davos. That was Klaus Schwab and his "You shall eat the bugs and live in the pod, or you shall be against the new world order, and we will kill you against the wall." We got to listen to Mr. Bill Gates here. Hold on.
Of course.
We will have new vaccines. We'll have a TB vaccine, malaria vaccine, HIV vaccine, and even the things like COVID vaccines. We need to make them have longer duration, more coverage, and we're going to change, instead of using a needle, to use a little patch. So the pandemic really highlighted that we've been underinvested in those innovations. We will have new vaccines.
So yeah, they're talking about doing vaccines that don't require a shot, so they can vaccinate more people, maybe unwittingly. Oh, this isn't a vaccine; it's just a patch that you put on your arm, or whatever. You know what I mean? So there's that part of it. But then there's also the complete. Oh man, we can't even talk about this. YouTube's totally going to give me a strike for talking about what I was about to say. Fuck. Well, let's talk about the excess deaths then, shall we? We'll go out on a limb. I was looking at this thing. They were talking about the United States last year, in 2023, having 500,000 excess deaths above and beyond the normal number of deaths that happen in a year. And I think the number is like somewhere around like 3.5 million or something like that. You know what I mean? So like they expect 3.5 million, and we got like 4. So where did that extra 500,000 deaths come from? And remember, when you're talking about that number of people, 60,000, I think, was the number approximately of people who died, like U.S. soldiers who died during the Vietnam War that resulted in years of protests and uprising and like fucking concerts for peace and everything else that happened during the 60s to end that shit, and the 70s to end the fucking Vietnam War. And we had 500,000 in 1 year. No one's even talking about why, which we can't talk about why here, but 500,000 people, bro. Like, what do you guys think about that?
How much of that's fentanyl?
70,000.
That's all.
So even if you were just to say, like, okay, those 70,000 from fentanyl are 100% above and beyond, like those are all deaths that are unexpected above and beyond the number from the previous years and what should be expected and blah blah blah. There's still 430,000. All right.
Yeah, it seems like a lot.
I mean, we've had years where the flu killed 50 million people. So I don't know.
Well, the thing about it is, it's not just the United States. As for basically every single country around the world who keeps these kind of statistics have shown, with I think one or two exceptions, literally, like one or two countries literally that are exceptions to this, and I think it's Japan and Switzerland were the two, if I remember correctly. Every single country in the world that keeps these statistics has had somewhere between a 10 and a 20% jump of the normal expected deaths within a year since 2021. Again, cannot discuss the why, but I guess we can discuss the mechanics of it, can't we? Like, Jesus, dude, that's a lot of fucking people. I mean, that's every country around the world, pretty much. I mean, again, very, very few exceptions.
Now, I mean, but is this because a biological weapon was released, or do you think it's just because of the so-called medicine?
So, I think I can explain this. So, there's a thing called VAERS, and if you look at certain numbers having to do with that word, and then you look at certain numbers having to do with suddenly you see the rise in percentage attributes to
strawberry
to strawberry fields forever.
Right, okay.
Oof.
Was that vague enough?
That was very vague, and I appreciate that. Like,
I'm trying to be very careful.
I'm just kind of like, is it because these advanced strawberries, they keep changing, or do we think it's because of the anti-strawberries is complete bullshit?
I think the anti-strawberries were like brought into production way too fast without any.
That I agree with. That I agree.
To make sure that the strawberries would be okay after the anti-strawberries came through.
Do we think all anti-strawberries are bad, or just like clearly this one that was rushed when normally we'd spend a decade testing strawberries before?
This is the thing, though, right? Because this is what gets thrown around: is if
I like
you
this
don't like this one particular strawberry, you get called anti-strawberries. It's like, no, I have enjoyed many different strawberries throughout my life, as have my children. We are not an anti-strawberry family. Like how it's strawberry, make it line with library. We're not an anti-strawberry family. But this particular strawberry has, I mean, look, there's some people that have gotten food poisoning. It's verified. There are lots of strange things that only seem to happen to these people after they ate this particular strawberry. And that begs questions, and that makes it to where, okay, there's clearly there's clearly some issue with this strawberry because we aren't allowed to get actual facts and statistics from people, because it seems that the strawberry manufacturers who grow these strawberries are paying off a lot of money with the help of media and the government to cover up as much as is possible. We don't know how far this particular strawberry is causing damage, but we know it is causing damage. I mean, it's irrefutable now at this point. It is causing damage much more than any other strawberry before it has. Now we need to get the proper information from the manufacturers of this particular strawberry to actually figure out, okay, well, how much food poisoning is it giving people?
Right.
Like,
if you remember,
I was just making sure we're all on the same page, and we are. So
when the strawberries came out originally, when they released the new brand of strawberry,
yeah,
they did not release with it, nor did they want to release with the strawberries the nutrition facts about the strawberries,
the nutritional values of the strawberry, which is supposed to be mandatory.
And they wanted to wait 70 years after people had eaten the strawberries to tell them the nutritional facts of the strawberries.
Yes, which in and of itself is a little fishy.
Yeah, it's a little fishy.
It's a little fishy.
It's almost like they knew that there was a problem with the strawberries. And it's almost like Bill Gates knew that the whole time, but he's been to the island, which we can talk about. This motherfucker's been on the island so many goddamn times, I wouldn't trust him if he said fucking water's wet.
And let's be very clear, the reason we're talking about Bill Gates when it comes to strawberries is because he's one of the largest landowners of farmland in the country. And he is actively involved in the growing of strawberries. Well, true and factual. You can look it all up. Google it.
Who else owns a shitload of farmland? China.
They're buying more right now.
Yeah, Russia too, actually. Owns a little bit in America. And
almost like they know something's going to happen soon. Weird. February 28th, boys. Look out. Daniel dropped in 5. Did you see that thing in Iceland a couple of weeks ago where all the women in the country went on strike and more shit ended up getting done?
I think we talked about it on here.
Yeah.
That's great.
Those good times.
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but I believe it. This stream stopped for a second when Matt was talking about strawberries. I thought you two had gotten to
That'd have been fucked up.
Or could have been on Ohio's chat. Ohio, did we talk about it?
No, not on mine.
All right, so this is the Arizona border. There's reports of the Arizona border being overran by trucks with like full of illegals and contraband or whatever they're holding. Who fucking knows? But here's the video. You can hear people like whistling at them, trying to get them to stop. They're obviously going through the red lights. Look, that one's got purple lights on. I think you can find these vehicles later. I don't know. But I guess at that point, they're already in the country, right? And so now you're a citizen, basically. You made it across the border. You're basically a citizen. In fact, you're better than a citizen because you can get all of the benefits that citizens can't get. You can get... I was looking at it today because they were saying, like, oh, that $2,400 a month is a lie from the Republicans who were blah, blah, blah. Actually, it's not a lie. You just have to, like, look into the programs and realize, like, that it's a temporary thing and you have to apply for it. And if you just broadly say, like, oh, all of the people coming across the border, then it gives the fact checker wordsmith fucking room to make their lies up because that's what they fucking do. I mean, if you're a fact checker or a wordsmith, it's the same thing. You're the mouthpiece of the devil. You're like Satan's fucking tongue, fucking making words to confuse people and to confuse issues so that no one knows what's going on or actually has a valid fucking idea in their head. But I digress. Yeah, they can't go through Texas, so they're going through Arizona. And that was kind of my thing. It's like, okay, Texas is doing something, but they're just going to go to California and Arizona and come across anyway. It's not like it's going to fucking, like, maybe slow them down a little bit, but it's not stopping shit. So if you guys think the fucking problem's solved because Abbott stood up for a second and said no, like, I got a bridge to sell you.
Well, that's the problem when you have pieces of shit like Katie Hobbs in power right now. Also Newsom. So
Calhoun says, read my last chat. The stream popped for a second when Matt was talking about... Oh, I already read that one. Okay. Well, that's funny, though. Daniel dropped into and said, you see the weird white pineapple flavored strawberries? Are you talking about the... Shit, you lost me. We're too deep in code, man.
So there's actual strawberries on the market that have like a white coloration to them, and they taste like pineapple.
Oh, so we're actually talking about strawberries now.
Yeah.
Wait, we weren't talking about strawberries before?
Yes, we were, Leo, and
Oh, okay.
you officials.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like a weird strawberry, aren't you?
Yeah, he's kind of a strawberry. He's like a chocolate
Yes.
strawberry. Like a white chocolate strawberry is what you are, Leo.
Yes.
Leftists hate the only thing socialism ever produced that actually works. Ironic.
Except no substitution.
Oh, did you hear that? Did you listen to that song that I sent you earlier today, Matt?
You sent me a song? When? Where? How?
Discord messages. Check your Discord message. Oh my god. It's this hardcore song about how it starts off how Luke Skywalker died from being tired, and how fucking Han Solo died and I didn't even cry and I should have. It's a fucking great song, bro. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. I'm debating playing it. Fuck it, let's play it. Gotta find it real quick. Hold on. I know I sent it to you, so that'll be easy to find there. Yep. Dude, this song is great. I actually really like it. I'll probably get a copyright ding for this, but I don't care.
Fair use.
So good. Dude, isn't that badass? I won't play the whole thing, but isn't that fucking badass? Fine, whatever. I think it's badass.
Moral Oral did it better. You're gonna burn in heaven. Death metal voice.
Oh, here we got Joe Biden talking again.
And I love people said the blood of liberty, or excuse me, the tree of liberty is watered with the blood of patriots. Well, guess what, man? I didn't see a whole lot of patriots out there walking around making sure that we have these weapons. Well, and if you really want to worry about the government, you need an F-16. And I love.
That was back when Palmetto came out with the F-16 on AR-15 lowers. I bought
So
one of
he
those.
completely misquoted that because it's obviously the blood of tyrants and patriots refilling the tree of liberty from time to time.
Well, of course he'd skip himself, right? Because he would be the tyrant, obviously.
And all those Taliban with F-16s. Wow. Imagine.
Yeah, it's not like we left anything behind in certain countries that we abandoned suddenly and without regard for what we're leaving behind, right, Biden? Like, leave all the AR-15s behind or the M16s and fucking in Afghanistan and Iraq, but you know, take the guns here.
No, what I was
Did y'all
saying.
see Joe Biden's newest quote?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
This one here. Have y'all seen this one?
No, play it.
No, I don't think so.
Nazi fags. Nazi fags.
Yeah.
I thought I'd share that. Seeing,
How dare you talk about? How dare you talk about Mark Malone like that?
I still think Biden's best quote was the U.S. Senate in the 1980s when he was talking about N-word big shots.
I remember that.
I vaguely remember that, but that's okay. All right, this is at the southern border. Here we have some Middle Eastern man making claims about how it's stupid who you don't know who he is, but you will know who he is soon. Which means what?
Which means it's 24, season 4.
Wow.
He's gonna start an OnlyFans page.
Entitlement.
He's holding like a King Supers bag with an orange in it. Like
The entitlement, guys.
I don't understand why you don't just beat people like this down. Like, okay, like you're gonna know who I am right the fuck now, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Malone says he's had more pussy than all of us combined. That's you probably have AIDS if that's true. I may have been worried about it at a point.
Fucking a cat doesn't count.
I've been married 18 years. I don't give a shit.
Oh, here's the Davos wants to read your brain. Here's this. Watch this real quick.
Bringing the kinds of sensors that people have become accustomed to, such as rings and in watches, into everyday devices, but it breaches the final frontier of privacy. That is, what people are thinking and feeling. Initially, what they will be capable of doing is very high-level brain state reading. Things like, are you tired? Are you paying attention? Is your mind wandering? Are you happy or sad? They maybe enable interaction like up, down, left, right.
So slap some sensors on your forehead and let Davos read your thoughts. And if we're angry at Davos, up, down, left, right. Now we're mellow.
AB select start. What do you guys think about that? Do you think people will accept the next level of technology because it's going to do whatever for you, but also read your mind? You think people will be okay with that?
Well, I'm safe from it, so.
People are already chipping themselves.
Yeah, there's already a subsection community that's just stupid enough to accept this kind of shit. It's just how many, honestly.
I have nothing to read, so.
It's the same people who were excited for central bank digital currency to come out. The same group. Yeah, you're right. And there's the problem with it is there's enough of them where it's like you can't ignore it, you know? Like if it was like just a few people, you could basically ignore them. Like trannies in the 1990s, like no one cared. They're around, sure, but everyone just ignored them and they weren't. But now there's so many of them you can't ignore them anymore.
I saw an interesting one earlier where they were talking about smart cars driving themselves to be repoed.
That guy's asking about Corey. What is it? Did that happen on the chat while you were on your chat, Duke?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does Duke just join these things and mute himself and go like do dishes or something? Like what is he doing?
Pretty much.
All right. Well, fair enough. Hope the dishes get done. Hi, Billy Mays here with the Looter Be Gone. Richest woman in the world, Mackenzie Bezos. Net worth, $40 billion. Source of income, divorce. That's right.
She took quite a bit of that money and put it into a bunch of woke leftist causes too.
Sure she did. I'm sure she's not worth 40 billion. Like the second she inherited that money and started spending it on stupid girl things, like that's instantly worth less than 40 billion.
Well, I think she also started some super PACs too to basically buy off politicians into office. So,
I mean, she is pretty hot for a billionaire. I'll admit that. Usually, you would think of like, I don't know, the Crypt Keeper or something, like George Soros, but female. The comedy of my.
And you want her to hit you up?
Fuck yeah, I would. 40 billion times. The comedy of my youth has become the reality of today.
Yep.
It is true. We were talking about that the other day, but it was like the dude from Smash was dressing as a girl because he wanted to get fucking like, what's the word where you're not in the army anymore or whatever?
Dishonorably discharged?
Yeah, discharged. He wanted to get discharged. Wasn't that the deal? Wasn't that why he was wearing the dress, or was he actually like?
Yep. No, that's why he was doing it. He was trying to fucking get himself discharged for being crazy, basically.
But now they make you the head of the nuclear division and whatever the fucking shit this dude's in charge of. Jesus Christ, dude, we're in trouble,
Health
man.
Department stuff.
It's medical stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
Dude,
they were originally they were the health director of Pennsylvania before Biden appointed them to federal position of the same thing.
It's like nepotism with trannies instead of family. I don't know, man. We're seriously in some trouble in this country. This is just a symptom of it. But I mean, the readiness of our military and our like defense response for whatever happens in the future is kind of a big deal, you know? And if you don't have that shit nailed down, like, you're kind of leaving yourself open. Just saying. Oh. Some people will get this picture. Some people won't. Nobody?
It's a shitty cup.
It leaks oil.
Because it's a Harley. Yes, there we go. Harleys leak oil. Harleys just leak. LeVar Burton's shocked to discover he's the descendant from a Confederate soldier? Jordy was a fucking Confederate soldier, apparently. The Jew tunnels are getting out of hand, says Mark Malone. Didn't they fill those with concrete?
Somebody did a good meme of Goodfellas, but with Jewish people instead of the actual Italians.
I like the one with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with like the hat and the beard and stuff,
Yeah.
and like the braids or whatever, you know.
Yeah, the acidic Jews or whatever it is.
No. I'm gonna take care of you. Because I love you. We're gonna live with me now.
Does anyone have a Turkish shotgun?
I have a couple.
So do you do the truffle shuffle?
No, just they're cheap and they work. My VR80 clone, which is also a Turkish gun, anyways. It blows Siegas out of the water, and it was $299. I've never had an issue with it.
Yeah, there's some of those like Citadel Boss and stuff like that aren't bad. I haven't gotten a chance to actually buy one yet.
That's the one I got.
Yeah, I do like the look of them, honestly.
I got 25-round drum for it, or drums for it.
I'm just saying when like as far as pump guns go, like you could make the argument for a semi-auto, I guess. But for a pump gun, why would you buy anything less than a Maverick 88? They're already $200. Like, what are you saving? Like $20-$30 if you get the Turkish version and it looks weird. It probably works fine. You're probably right.
I bought the Rock Island Generation. So it looks like the 500 with all the Magpul shit. And it was 180.
Well, Whatever. The first gun I ever bought was a Maverick 88, and I still have it. And I've never taken it apart and cleaned it, ever. I've squirted some oil in it and worked the action back and forth until it's fucking smooth again. That's all I've ever done to it. It's probably dirty as fuck on the inside.
I mean, you can't beat American-made Mossberg, honestly. Especially when you can do like 7-round tubes and stuff out of the box. Because a lot of those Turkish ones only go like 4 or 5 at most.
See, this Tesla driver's doing it right. Do you have a setup like this for your vehicle where you have like a specific spot for like a rifle or whatever? I do not. But I don't shame you if you do.
I was actually thinking about this recently. The card trunk from Supernatural and how they had all their guns set up in there and stuff. And maybe doing something like that, honestly.
I mean, it'd be cool to have like the shotgun rack in the back window like you used to see in the 80s. The dude have like fucking like 2 hunting rifles and a shotgun in the shotgun rack, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't see that anymore. At least not around here. I don't know.
That was the one interesting thing about Red Dawn is that they had the empty shotgun rack, but then they filled it almost immediately at the guy's dad's shop there.
I thought this was cool. This is not new. This happened a couple years back. Makes you want to drive one of those cars, doesn't it? Dude, they had a Matchbox Hot Wheels cars at the fucking Los Angeles car museum thing that we went to. It was pretty cool. But they had them all in like, it was like a regular life-size car, you know, with like the Hot Wheels on the side or whatever. And then it was inside of a package that like, it was like exact replica of the package, just big enough to fit a whole car in, you know? Oh, that was cool. Yeah. Calhoun says, Republic says, I still have an 88 I got on my 19th birthday. Killed a squirrel with it on New Year's. See, there you go. 88's for the win. Plus, there's like all kinds of furniture and stuff you can get for them. Like, you can get different chokes and shit for the barrel. You can get replacement barrels. Like, I don't know. Maybe you can get that shit for the Turkish guns, but I know you can get it for the 88.
It came with 4 chokes. I put a little link in it to our private chat. I got it for 180.
In Furnace, you're working for the terrorists. Just kidding.
Mr. Canic.
Dude, look how pissed this bear is. He's like in a trap or something. He's trying to get out, and he sees the hunters or whatever. Dude, he's trying to get out so bad. That's scary.
Shoot her. Shoot her.
Daniel says if you get 2 Maverick 88s, you can put 8888 in your YouTube name. I heard. Okay, this is how many animals human beings eat every year. I thought this was pretty cool.
How many animals?
And who the fuck is eating 50,000 turtles? That's a lot of fucking turtles. And crocodiles. 800,000 camels? Come on, Middle East. 5 million horses? I'm blaming China for that. And 10 million cats? Also China.
You can hunt wild horse in Oregon, though.
Snails.
And dogs. Who the fuck eats pigeons?
Same people who eat cats and dogs and everything else like that.
And who eats guinea pigs?
A lot of the third world Central American countries, actually.
I mean, that's like a step above a rat.
But it is a pig, so. No.
They're all technically a rodent family.
It's got bacon.
You're right.
100 million sharks?
That's for dick pills.
It's usually not the whole shark. It's usually the shark fin
fins.
soup that they're making in China and other countries like that.
I'll take part credit for this one. 300 million cows.
Yep.
500 million lambs. Again, Middle East, bro. You guys are out of control with your halal shit. There's a little bit of that. People eat lamb. They get it. But it's like mostly Middle Eastern food is lamb, right?
Yeah.
Well, India too, because they're sacred. Cows are sacred in that country.
So. Good call.
Yeah, they only drink the pee.
Lobster, 500 million. Turkey, 656 million. That's like half of those are in one day in America.
Yep.
Right.
Salmon, 750 million. I'll take part credit for that one too. Tuna, 900 million. Have you ever seen a full-grown ass yellowfin tuna?
Yeah, they're fucking huge.
Huge as
The
hell.
size of a fucking Volkswagen, dude.
Yeah.
1.2 billion rabbits. 1.5 billion pigs. 2 billion octopus.
Get the fuck.
Like, Jesus Christ, China and Japan or whatever, bro. You guys are out of control.
That's mostly Japan and other Asian countries like that, Korea, etc.
2 billion oysters.
Same thing with that.
2.1 billion geese. 2.9 billion ducks. 3 billion shrimp. That makes sense. 14 billion sardines. They're tiny. That makes sense. And 75 billion chickens. It's a lot of fucking. It's like a chicken genocide every year.
It's all the blacks. I mean,
What?
You just made Leo very uncomfortable.
I was appalled. How did you know exactly what I was going to order?
The thing is, with the chickens and the
What I ate
rabbits,
today.
that would actually make sense because they both breed very quickly.
Yeah, and they go full grown fast.
Yeah, it's like a couple months or something.
I like this. I own a musket for home defense since that's what the founding fathers intended. 4 ruffians break into my house. I grab my powdered wig and my Kentucky rifle and blow a golf ball-sized hole through the first man. He's dead on the spot. Come on. I probably shouldn't have paused it, I guess. I draw my pistol on the second man, miss him entirely because it's a smooth bore, and nail the neighbor's dog.
Behind me.
I have to resort to the cannon mounted at the top of the stairs loaded with grape shot. Tally ho, lads. The grape shot shreds 2 men into blast the... I can't read it because it's behind this thing. Sound the extra shrapnel off car alarms. Set off car alarms. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever.
I hope he whips out his saber after that. Start cutting them down.
Well, there's still one left. Fixed bayonet and charge the last terrified rapscallion. He bleeds out, waiting on the floor, waiting on the police to arrive, since triangular bayonet wounds are impossible to stitch. It's true. Just as the founding fathers intended.
There's also some other blades from history too that did the similar wounds that you couldn't stitch up or anything.
The cruciform.
Yeah, there's a couple different ones they did with like what's that show called? The one on History Channel.
Oh, the one that Ray wanted to be on. The
yeah
one, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, they did some of those in there, and they were talking about like the history of them and stuff.
This is an odd painting. It has nothing to do with 9/11 at all. I know that. Alec Baldwin charged again with involuntary manslaughter. So they're going after him again. Turns out he had bullets from the gun on his belt in the gun, and like so did someone else on the scene. They had it in their truck or whatever. Like, dude, he had the bullets. He pointed the gun. He pulled the trigger. That's at least involuntary manslaughter. I don't see how it's not.
I would consider it to be first degree intentional homicide at that point, honestly.
I mean, they would charge him with that if they thought they could prove it. I think it's a matter of like what they think they can prove, and I think that they're charging him with the minimum that they can prove.
Well, the thing is, I mean, there were so many unsafe working conditions on that set that people were seriously walking off for like weeks before it even happened.
Right, and who was he? He was starring, but he was also producer.
Mm-hmm. He had pretty much ultimate say in that whole thing.
Right, which makes him liable, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So
and even the van that they had that had the weapons in it had like 25 different people that had access to it or something crazy like that.
Just saying, like he pointed the gun, he pulled the trigger, he was in charge of the scene. He's liable legally and financially. He's at least liable financially. I don't know about legally.
Well, the Armory, she said that they were live firing shit the day before, right? So
yeah,
and then that they weren't checked. And
how old is he now?
I don't know. Old, like 60 probably ish.
Because I'm thinking like involuntary manslaughter still could just mean life anyway. Like regardless if it's like actual murder or not.
Well, remember when he initially talked to the police, he said he didn't pull the trigger, and so they did an examination of the gun to see if that was true, and they basically proved that he had to have pulled the trigger because that particular gun, it has some mechanism where, like, if you pull the hammer back and then let it go, since the trigger's not pulled, there's some kind of thing in there that stops the primer from getting hit.
Yeah, it's a trigger bar safety.
Okay, let them still say 65.
So unless he pulled the trigger, and then he went to the police and said, "No, I didn't pull the trigger. It just went off in my hand, and I didn't know she died till an hour later." And blah blah blah. Like, dude, he lied to the police like a motherfucker. Bro, look at this thing. It's a self-driving motorcycle.
Looks like a transformer.
They had these shits in fucking I forget the Terminator movie where it was in the future, and then he had to like, grab one of the bikes and ride it all the way to the. I forget, dude. It's been a while.
Yeah, probably Salvation.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say was it Salvation.
I mean, if it could only drive 1 mile an hour, this thing kind of sucks. But
yeah,
it's still a self-balancing, self-driving, pretty cool-looking motorcycle. Although it doesn't look very comfortable to sit on, does it?
No.
Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. Here's laser cleaning rust. How much do these lasers cost? I want one. Like, look at that, dude. I could do that all day. That's so much fun. Like, breathing those fumes gives you super cancer or something, I'm sure, but that's just so cool. Anyway. Would you guys rock this motherfucker? Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Although it's probably ready to break, to be honest. Covered in rust. Callion says,
Is
I want
that rust or zombie blood?
Both.
Well, it's a Volkswagen, so it'll still run.
Lead on Steel says they cost $15,000 for that laser. But then I can do that for a living. I'll bring my $15,000 laser and clean up all your rust, sir.
Maybe you can use it on your knife. You go custom knife.
So this dude was losing at Xbox or whatever. And so he does this. Now you need a new TV, dumbass. And a new fucking loaded magazine, for that matter.
Oh, and probably bail.
Yeah, it's true. You shoot that many shots inside of even a house, your neighbors are going to be like, what the fuck, and call the police. You're right. You can't, like, one shot, you can be like, that was an accident or whatever, and they probably give you like whatever charge if they did show up. That many shots, they're showing up. You're right. 100%.
I ain't stupid and posted it somewhere.
Hope he lives out in Nowheresville.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're a Yankee, you can get away with shooting a fucking gun in your room or whatever. Is that technically breaking the law? I guess it depends where you live at.
I would bet so, even out here.
I would say it really depends because, I mean, if you're living in an apartment, obviously it'd be like reckless endangerment, probably.
Well, it's also you're not allowed to shoot firearms in city limits.
Yeah, and there's a lot
if
of
you did that in
cities
an
that have that.
apartment, you're obviously insane.
Yeah.
It looks like a PlayStation, though.
It'd be some kind of negligence for sure, I think, just across the board, honestly.
Maybe you just play a duck hunt.
Sorry, I had to grab a soda. A sody pop.
Who's laughing now, dog?
If you drink a diet soda with a regular soda, it cancels out the sugar.
I'm drinking a black raspberry sparkling water.
Well, you're drinking grape drink. Purple drink.
He's trying to get the black back in him.
You know what? You're kind of right. Look
But
at it.
But it's sparkling water. That's the white in him.
Fuck you again, at Furnace. God damn.
It's drink. It's delicious. It's purple.
Sugar water purple. Ah,
I'm
yeah.
not getting black raspberry no more. It's kind of reddish and purple.
Even Geppetto knew you have to stay strapped or get clapped with the blunderbuss.
And Winnie the Pooh had a shotty.
It's true, he did. Can't fuck with Winnie the Pooh.
Nope.
In 1979, an advertisement for Pakistan International Airlines.
Oh boy.
Here's musket versus medieval armor. What do you think is going to win?
Musket for the win.
Anybody else? No one thinks armor?
No.
Well, I already saw it. The armor wins. But I bet if you hit it like from just to the side on the flat spot, it would probably go through. But like the place that he hit it gave the armor the best chance of stopping it, I bet. Probably.
Yeah, but what did that do to your innards, right?
Definitely falling to the ground.
This dude was saying, I'll do whatever it takes to join the ATF. And the guy says, whatever it takes, and posted this.
I would like that picture hanging up on my wall.
Oh, man, we blew through the stories tonight. Oh, damn. Well, we're already out of stories, so we're going to the chat and to you guys if you want to talk about anything. So if you got anything that you want to talk about, go ahead and drop it into the chat, and we'll get to you, like Calhoun just did right here. Said, I'm drinking Coors. God damn
Silver
right.
bullet.
So when Coors, this was back in 2006, 2007, they hired the company that I was working for, the construction company, to dig out their reservoir, because they have their own like water reservoir on site, from 20 to 40 feet or from 40 to 60 feet. We were digging out 20 extra feet, basically, at the bottom of the reservoir, so it would hold more water. And we were very strictly not allowed to wear any kind of Bud Light paraphernalia or anything like that. And also, we were prohibited from urinating in the what would become reservoir, which, of course, every single one of us did as much as possible. We all peed in the foot. So if you're drinking Coors, you got a little bit of Honda in you, just so you know.
Ooh. Now one of course.
Eduardo says, let's pray for Corey and his dog. So I missed the story. What happened exactly?
He was hard to understand. I believe his 3 dogs started fighting, and him and his wife got in the middle of it, and he thinks he broke his hand, and then his wife got pretty tore up too.
Oh shit.
So they were, and then one of the dogs got at least pretty tore up, so they had to go to the vet and then to the hospital.
Yeah.
Well, she can't be that torn up then.
No, I think they just got probably pretty good bites.
I'm just saying, like, if you're torn up that bad, it's like, well, should we go to the hospital or to the vet first? Like, fuck the dog. We're going to the fucking hospital. Yeah, there's the story. Poor Corey, man. If you guys come back to any war, what war would it be? If you guys could go back to any war, what war would it be? There you go. I would go back to the Napoleonic War with an AR-15 and like a couple thousand rounds and fight for Napoleon.
Oh wow!
Dude, I'll be speaking French now.
The Fall of Reach.
But we lost that one. You want to go to that one? I said, but we lost that one.
I know, but I'd activate Master Chief's.
You guys don't have an answer, Leo?
No. I don't want to go to none of them.
Yeah, war kind of sucks.
Probably true.
I would go back to North Korea and finish the job.
For the North Koreans?
For South Korea.
Okay. You have to make that one clear.
$223 million a day since February.
Wow.
That's a lot of fucking money, bro.
Yep.
Ghost says, go back to the Cold War. Fuck yeah, bro.
Right.
80s music. Fucking chilling. Ducking under desks. WikiLeaks releases moon landing cutscene filmed in Nevada desert. Okay, that's something that I've wondered about for a while. Like all of the footage that supposedly came back from the moon landing at the time. You would need like a crazy big fucking radio tower to like transmit that, and from that distance the radio tower would be weak as fuck. I don't know. Like how did they, does anyone know how they transmitted the signal back to Earth from the moon in 1963 or 4 or whatever?
69, right?
Whatever it was, 60 whatever.
I have no idea.
before I was alive. I know that.
Yeah, but if you hit my hand, I ain't see nothing. You ain't see nothing. If you hit my hand, then hit your hand. I'll hit your hand. You ain't my see man, nothing, I ain't see you. You ain't see me.
You hit my hand, I ain't see nothing. I'd say it's time to get off that fucking thing. It's probably about to explode.
Yeah.
What is that? Liquid nitrogen? No, that's not liquid nitrogen.
Ooh.
That was like natural gas or something, bro. Holy fuck.
Man, that's a write-up.
Yeah, especially
3 days work docked.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. That's fucking weird. People on the piano. Oh, here's some border stuff. That's not our border.
Do like some Eastern European border or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Propane and propane accessories. They used a parabolic dish, says Ghost Shadow. Some type of transmitter as Voyager's space probe. Same type of transmitter. Okay. God damn, that's a mom? God damn.
I thought Infernus would know. He's into all that nerd shit. What?
No what?
Nothing.
The dark side of... Okay, have you ever thought about this? What are those two bitches' names that were like babies on Full House?
Mary Kate and Ashley?
Yeah, Mary Kate and Ashley.
Yeah.
And like they're both like fucking... Well, especially one of them, but they're both like drug addicts and been in fucking shit and they're crazy and all that stuff. Do you think they got abused on that set?
They all did. Jodie Sweden, who played Stephanie, also got really fucked up. She became a meth head later on in her life.
Was that the middle child or the blonde hair?
The middle one.
Yeah, it was the little middle girl.
Okay. Because she was my age, and I thought she was cute when I was a kid. But now that's weird.
There is a special... It was like one of the roast things they did or whatever some years back for Bob Saget. And they were making jokes about how you could tell the difference between the Olsen twins, and it was totally pedophilia shit they were talking about.
There was a website that kept track of a timer when they turned 18.
There's
fucked. I mean,
I'm trying to think what the movie's called now. It came out in 2003, I believe. Cabin Fever. The one guy in that is wearing a T-shirt with their date of birth on it.
It's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Although if it was okay, if like Mary Kate and Ashley were dudes, it's like I don't know, like Tim the Tool Man Taylor. He had that one kid who was like all the chicks wanted. I can't remember his name. Remember him? Jonathan Taylor Thomas. That's
Taylor,
what
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Everybody fucking like the chicks, the girls back in the day had Jonathan Taylor Thomas posters, and like all the like moms thought, oh, he's so cute, blah blah blah. Like no one thought that was weird. Like when a mom says that, oh, he's cute. But like the other way, it's like, ugh. It's just weird how that works.
She's cute.
Usually
I like her.
The moms are not like, oh man, I want to fuck him.
Yeah, that's
it's different.
Okay, fair point.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Well, they
I mean, to
probably
be fair, look
was.
at all these female teachers nowadays, man. So.
If I remember, I could be wrong, but I believe that one dude from that '70s show also had a bunch of fucking weird shit with the twins, like making jokes like, "Oh, I can't wait till they turn 18," blah blah blah. Like
Which one?
the one that's
Like the one with the
being
curly hair?
accused of fucking being a
Masterson?
rapist or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, he's not being accused. He's already in jail for that shit now.
Yep.
Wow, he's in jail?
Yep.
Yeah, they charged him with, I forget how many decades it was now. It's like a shitload of time.
I remember this one. Man tries to pick up son from ex's house and gets shot twice by the stepfather after he tried to grab the gun out of his hand in Texas. Not guilty.
Technically, that story, it was the father that shot the stepfather.
No, I thought it was the stepfather who shot the father.
The bigger guy that got shot was the stepdad, who actually was threatening him like a day or two before that at some restaurant in front of a bunch of people. That's why he didn't get charged with killing his ass.
Why was he trying to pick up his kids?
Because his ex-wife had the son at a sleepover or something, and then Kyle Korath, who was the guy that actually had the there. It was, how was it now? Yeah, the kid was not at the house, and then she and the stepfather or step-husband, whatever the fuck it was there, were trying to get the kids. They're trying to get his son is what it was, because he had custody of him for the weekend is what it was, and she was trying to fuck with his custody rights and stuff like that is what it ended up being. So, ironically enough, there was actually another interesting part of that story, which is that Kyle himself actually was banging some judge at a city level or something there, and that's why it had to go state instead of city area. So yeah, it's a really fucked up situation all the way around.
Yeah, I mean, I seem to remember slightly different facts about it, but I believe you. All these videos are like, oh, someone's about to get shot. Can't watch that on YouTube. Oh, he's about to get his hand bit off. Can't watch that on YouTube. Oh, we might see some dick right now. Can't show that on YouTube. People about to get in a fight. Can't show that on YouTube. Oh, this dude's about to get run over. Can't show that on YouTube. Like, God damn it, bro. I wish that they all had the same rules.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't show that on YouTube.
It's hard to even talk about strawberries on YouTube.
I'm pretty sure that fucking that fighting character had a boner. I'm not sure. Yep, he's definitely got a boner. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, that's some natural cloud cover right there. That's definitely natural. And I'm sure that's just from, from contrails from planes that are just flying on their normal paths that they would fly that just happen to cover the entire sky like a grid. That's normal. What do you guys think about chemtrails?
Man. I don't know. I've been back and forth on that. Sometimes I think they probably are doing something. They spraying something into the air, I think.
I'll give you 2 hints. Number 1, first hint, there is a patent in the patent office that shows exactly the mechanism that is being used to spray out the aluminum aerosol spray. So it's like particleized aluminum that they aerosol into the air.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that you can know that is by testing rainwater and finding out that it has some level parts per million of aluminum in the water.
So what's it doing to us?
That's a great question. No one knows. What it's doing is blocking out the sunlight so that less sun gets through to the earth and it doesn't heat up the fucking surface of the earth as much. And it's like the idea is it's like counteracting global warming, man-made global warming by doing this. Right? As far as particleized aluminum in the environment that we live in, there's never been any long-term human studies on it. there has been some links between aluminum and Alzheimer's, aluminum and certain it's like a neurotoxin in your brain, so it has like neurogenic effects of whatever variety. I'm not exactly sure, but there's never been any long-term aluminum particleized study of aluminum in the environment, in the air that you breathe, and the water you drink. I think for a reason, because I think they know. But yeah, that's what I think. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's great. Oh, here we go. Some more cultural enrichment going on from the Muslims. Tearing down a cross from a UK church. Wearing a NASA shirt. Wearing a fucking NASA shirt.
I thought that was in furnace for a second.
I have longer hair.
Okay.
And I mean, it is true. I would tear it down, but I would just put it back upside down.
Oh, here we go. Some more cultural enrichment. And some fight back for once. There we go. Can't show that on YouTube. Oh, fight about to happen there. God damn it, dude. Everything's a fight right now. It's the only thing in news is people fighting. And dunking on motherfuckers. What the fuck? Did you see that?
That was a violation.
God damn, bro. He's got some ups. As they
I'll just leave the court after that. Like, you know what? I'm done for today.
Taylor Swift walking into her suite in Buffalo today. Why did Buffalo lose? Is that what her boyfriend works for? Is Buffalo? I don't know shit about Taylor Swift.
No idea.
No.
Oh my god. Oh, more cultural enrichment. More drag queens and what is up with the internet? Fuck this shit. I'm almost done, dude. We're almost done here.
It's not the internet. That's the people you follow.
Bro, that's what keeps popping up. I don't know. Read my last chat if you want something to talk about. I got kicked out of local Walmart last week for going through the wrong door when it was cold outside. I'm not trying to walk away. I'm not trying to walk all the way to the other door. There we go. Well, what door did you go in? The fucking like delivery door on the side? You go in through like the employee entrance or something?
Some of them, like when it gets late, they'll close a half, but they're not locked, so you can technically still go through, but they ask you not to. I wonder if that's what he's referring to.
I mean, I do that at Pete's Fresh Market too. They hate when I do it.
Oh, the garden center.
Garden center.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really spend much money at Walmart these days anyway. It's like their groceries suck. Their like produce sucks. Their meat department sucks. You're not saving any money by like shopping there for the regular shit. Like they charge just as much as anyone else, if not more. And everything that is of value is behind lock and key, and you need a fucking assistant to like come and unlock it for you so you can buy deodorant or whatever. So I just don't shop there. Fuck that.
I think the only thing they have good prices on is the processed shit. That's not good for you anyway.
I don't know about your guys' locals, but mine put up security gates several years back now, so you can't go back out the same way you came in.
Oh yeah, you can. Oh shit, Corey's out there. We're at the ER waiting to be seen. Dog is at doggy ER.
Mm.
God damn, Corey.
Well, man, Goodwill. You know.
Again, dude, I knew this chick at work who she was babysitting the dog or dog sitting or whatever, and took him for a walk, and then the dog got in a fight, and she got in between it, and it bit her on the fucking cheek and ripped her fucking cheek open. And she had someone fish hooked her, bro.
Yeah, I have a friend that was a vet that happened to her on one of the dogs she was working on.
She looked like one of
her
the
face now.
World War II Nazi fucking officers, you know? You know what I'm talking about. They used to do the dueling thing, and so they'd all have a fucking giant fucking hideous face scar because they thought it looked cool. Aww. I kind of want a puppy. Anthony Bourdain, he's alive? White people correctly pronouncing pho. I called it pho for so long.
Same here.
Did you ever see that video of Anthony Bourdain when he went overseas? I think it was Bourdain, I'm pretty sure. Went overseas and was getting food from a African food truck or whatever it was. And then there was a bunch of kids around him, and he's like, hey, let's feed all these little kids. It went exactly as we'd expect. Every adult that was there was like, give me the fucking food, kids.
Here's a map of the flat Earth. Dude, if you actually believe this, here would be my entire goal in life. Get to the ice wall and make it to the other side.
That's where the walkers are, dude.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
The Night King. Fuck that.
And I'm gonna fucking find them, bro.
And the Dracula Age.
If I honestly believe that it was flat Earth and that this is what it looked like, I'm going south. I'm just going south, bro, till I get to that wall. There'd be no stopping me. Because if I really believed it, there'd be no fucking stopping me, dude.
And Ingrid died, so it ain't even worth it.
Okay, reptilian shapeshifters caught on camera. Let's see.
Mute.
Oh, damn. Never mind.
I like the reptile people.
Yeah, I would like to meet her.
Yeah.
She got some tongue action, bro.
Give a fuck, oh baby.
He's out here bullying kids. There's a lot of this going on right now. Leo, what's going on with that?
I don't know why would you ask me, but but let's see.
Oh, that's fucking cool. Look at that. Arizona. It's probably 700 degrees right there.
Corey, I hope it wasn't your fapping hand.
Ooh.
As long as it's not your fapping hand, Corey, then you should be all right. Oh. That just says rob me right there.
Come on.
Yeah, the whole time, bro. He's like the third person trying to rob him right there.
Don't do that. Oh! Yo!
Damn, bro. It's tough in the hood.
Well, to be fair, that guy robbed the place before everybody else was trying to rob him, so it's just karma right there.
Illegal immigrants invade Spain in broad daylight without any control. Soon they will be in your neighborhood, Europe. I feel like there's way more coming across the border from Mexico than are invading Europe right now. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but you can just walk here, bro. You got to take a boat there. You got to like make it over a body of water, and you know, all
A
the
lot of that. It's smaller than you think, though.
what, like the distance?
Yeah, because like some of your, I mean, you can be in 5 different countries in a 3-hour fucking train ride.
Yeah, like all their countries are basically our states at this point, honestly. But they're like,
Well, right. Like once you get to Europe, yeah. I'm saying that like getting to Europe. I mean, I guess if you're going across the Straits of Gibraltar, it's only like a couple miles or whatever. But otherwise, you're going across the entire Mediterranean.
I mean, at the heights, I know it got pretty crazy, but they put a lot of stop to it once their fucking rape and crime went up so much.
Like
Hey, that's what's next for us, everybody. Our rape and crime is about to go through the roof.
I mean, some of it. I mean, the fucking cartels of like parts of Mexico is a literal fucking war zone right now. So I mean, there's a lot of people just trying to get away.
Vladimir Lenin died January 21st, 1924. Exactly 100 years to the day ago.
Look at
His eyes, dude. He's crazy. Duke was talking about that. Anybody who, like, when you see someone's eyes and you can see the white above their pupil,
yeah, it's called like Sampuku eyes or something like that.
it means that they're about to fight you, is what it means. Means they're fucking not all there.
My family actually would have been my, I believe, great grandmother and great grandfather escaped Poland like a year or so before Lenin took over.
Chicago mayor treated at hospital for panic attacks amid illegal immigrant crisis, reporter claims. 2 sources.
Our leader.
He's stressed out because this is a big, big job for him.
It's all Texas' fault.
January 6th pipe bomb revealed to have sticker reading, "Please return to FBI." All right, Babylon B, you got me. All right, guys, we've been going an hour and a half, which is about how long we normally go for the Gay Frog Chat. It's been a pleasure. It's been a fun one, talking about things and doing stuff. We'll be back on Tuesday night for another geek. Well, you got me, Matt, you motherfucker. For a gun chat on Tuesday, because we talk about guns on Tuesday, because 2A Taco Tuesday with E Honda and Friends is on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock right here. So we'll see you guys then. Other than that, we'll be back tomorrow night on Never Enough Butthole Ammo's channel. Tomorrow night for the Guns and Geeks podcast. Jesus Christ. Hard to talk. Hard to say all that. Anyway, just remember.
Welcome to the Krusty Tower, where our motto is, Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself.
Was that really loud? Holy shit. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next time. Deuces, y'all. Shall not pee in fridge. Trooper to shaman anamata pressure. Batacath care. Prick the troops. 2 words. Made in America. Made in America. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.